Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Blokes podcast. I am Marky P.
And I'm Jeff London.
We are so happy to be back for episode 2. Lots of positivity on the first one.
Absolutely.
Lots of likes, lots of streams. Click the follow button.
We love it. We love it all. No, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. We're off to a hot start this week with the Chiefs winning. I wanted the 49ers to win. We talked about it on the last podcast.
Great game, though.
It was an awesome game.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought the game was great. The amount of defensive action and both teams were very offensively explosive throughout the course of the season, and it was a really great game defensively.
Absolutely.
Until the end.
Yeah, until the end. But yeah, I mean, there were some numbers up there that looked like 13 up there too.
Yeah, it was. It was 10. It was 10-3 at one point, right? And I said that out loud. I was just like, "Oh my god!" And I'm getting my phones blowing up. Right? People are like, "You and Jeff are right. Jeff called it. Like 13. 13 comes again."
It's pretty unbelievable. But ending. I mean, even if you didn't have a dog in the fight, I mean, just to watch a great game, in overtime. I mean, amazing.
Getting extra time in the Super Bowl is always fun.
Yes. You think they get extra ads in?
I don't know how ads work. I think they recycled some commercials, right?
Yeah, they must have.
So if you recycle the commercial, do they make you just pay a little bit of a fraction because you don't really know if this game is going into overtime? Or what does that look like from a marketing standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're on the back burner ads and you're like, all right, I'll give instead of the millions and millions, we'll give 1 million. If they go into overtime, you have a chance of getting your ad out
right.
there.
So it's speaking of millions of dollars for commercials. It said that a 30-second spot for a commercial on the Super Bowl, $7 million. Nuts. If I gave you $7 million right now, cash, you could spend it. You can't spend it on bills. You can't spend it on anything like that. You can only spend it on yourself. What would you spend it on?
In a commercial?
No.
I would do something crazy.
Okay.
I would do the commercial. But we're on a low budget.
Yep.
And just promote myself.
just you?
Yeah. I mean, we could do it. We could partner up with a DraftKings.
Yep.
And we could start, I don't know if you saw the Barstool, where they were basically betting on themselves.
Yeah. Was it last night?
It was last night.
I was watching them shoot free throws for, I don't know, what felt like 6 hours. I think I watched 6 hours of them shooting.
I think it was 16 hours.
16?
I thought I saw maybe it was 6.
If they're still going, power to them. That's got to be thousands.
They did finish.
Did they finish?
Yeah.
Thankfully, because I went to bed well before that. They were struggling.
I mean, I said last week I was watching them find needles in the haystack to go to bed.
They do Barstool After Dark, and it's just the wildest things. Wildest things.
Now, going back to you, reversing the question on you, what would you do with it?
I would go to the Maldives and sit in a over-the-water bungalow in a banana hammock. Just a thong, just a man Speedo.
Love that.
Right? And I would just never be seen again. That would be it.
You think you could live out there for $7 million?
I'd be there for.
Or you just think you would party too hard and you die
probably
within a week? So yeah,
probably a little bit of both. But yeah, I would just buy an over the water bungalow and be like, "That's it. I've made it. I'm done. I'm just gonna wake up every morning."
Maybe get a fishing rod, a little cast. Catch some tropical fish. I wonder what tropical fish tastes like.
The mahi, is that a tropical fish?
That is true.
It could be, right?
It sounds like it.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
So you were going to spend money on yourself, $7 million to promote yourself.
Promote myself
in a commercial. What
I'd be selling a business. I'd be promoting something on it. So that part I got to think about what I'm doing.
Beard products.
Beard product, 100%.
Those glasses, the glasses that you wear, $7 million worth of those glasses.
Gazelles.
We love those glasses.
We do.
Fire. What was your favorite commercial? Because there were a ton.
There were so many good ones. I mean, you got to give up to the Boston one. The
DunKings.
The DunKings was unbelievable.
Yeah, the DunKings. How much money in talent was in that? You got J-Lo, Jack Harlow, Matt Damon, Tom Brady, Ben Affleck.
Absolutely. I mean, that ad costs a lot.
Did they spend $100 million just on actors?
I think they just got a gift card to Dunkin' Donuts. Just free munchkins for life.
Free munchkins for life. I mean, I would take that. 100% would take that.
What's your favorite munchkin?
Chocolate. Chocolate munchkin.
Glazed?
That's it. Chocolate glazed munchkin.
I respect that.
Like all day. Just sending them. Give me 24. I'm taking down 24 in one sitting.
That's a good amount.
Yeah.
That's a good amount.
That commercial was good. My favorite commercial was the Michael Cera commercial.
Unbelievable.
Michael Cera V commercial. There is a moment in that commercial where he says, let my liquid hydrate you, let my cream moisturize you, something like that. And my brain just could not comprehend the fact that they allowed such sexual innuendo during the Super Bowl.
It was hilarious.
I was like, oh my God. He just said that.
He moisturized the rock.
And then he rubs the rock. He just like rubs the rock and all of a sudden it's like moisturized. That commercial was really good.
I love the Reese's one.
The Reese's one was really good too.
And I've seen that before and on like a TikTok thing. They're like, and we only have one beer left. And everybody's like, oh, but the beer's the size of a keg. Yeah. And they were, yeah. And it was just hilarious. Yeah. We're doing peanut butter, but with caramel.
Yeah, everybody freaks out.
Yeah, everybody just loves that.
It's like the commercial for it's the meme where people are at the bar watching that screen, right?
Oh, right.
And then they always put up something very random. It's like, this is diners, drive-ins, and dives, and the whole bar just erupts.
It always reminds me. It looks like the Greatest Bar. It always reminds me of the Greatest Bar.
That meme does look like Greatest Bar for sure. There was so many good commercials, and also one of them was the Taco Bell unveiling.
Yeah. Absolutely dynamite
of a new menu, right? They're putting Cheez-Its in Crunchwraps.
Love that.
Dulce de leche Cinnabon bites.
Have you had the cinema? Have you had those before? The kind of the dessert from there?
Yeah.
Absolute fire.
Now,
I had one the other day. One of the only items on the menu I haven't tried. Big Taco Bell guy. And I was like, whoa, I'm missing out on these.
Yeah, dude. They're good. And there's Baja Blast Gelato.
Yeah, that Mountain Dew, they're taking to the next level.
It's like there was a thing they were saying that Baja Blast is 20 years old.
Really?
Yeah, 20 years old, which I immediately felt so old. I'm like, Baja Blast came out when I was 16. That is alarming.
It came out when I was 42?
Yeah. I can't believe I'm this old. Baja Blast Gelato. They're doing like a street taco dipping enchilada thing. Taco Bell is going next level.
Cantina chicken. They're calling it a slow roasted chicken.
Do you think they slow roast chicken at Taco Bell?
Absolutely not.
Who's got time to slow roast chicken at Taco Bell?
If I walk in there and there's a rotisserie going
it's like this. It's like Star Market rotisserie chicken. They just buy a bunch each day. It's like this one's slow roasted. This one's slow roasted. Let's make an enchilada.
If I just saw Boston Market racks in the back,
yeah, that would be elite.
Oh, but we're trying all of them.
We're gonna buy every single new Taco Bell menu item. We're going to try them.
Yeah,
and you guys can watch us potentially love or hate all of them.
Yeah, we'll definitely give a fair rating.
But here's the thing, right? I usually only eat Taco Bell 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when Uber Eats that's the only thing that's delivering, right?
Absolutely.
So I don't know that I've actually physically tasted Taco Bell in years. like a sober thought process of being like, I want a chalupa today.
Yeah, never's happened. Never.
never.
Probably since the last time was probably when Baja Blast came out. 20 years ago.
20 years ago. That was a good commercial too. We were talking about the Dina Mita commercial, the Doritos one with Jenny Ortega.
When they slammed into the car with their scooters.
two cartel grannies just bouncing around, slamming into each other with scooters. They took the scooter zip line, kicked the dude.
Oh yeah, I always feel like Doritos is kind of like that. They always have an action-packed, kind of explosive.
Yeah,
That's
what Doritos tries to become, right? And Dinamita, and they're like cartel and action and all this stuff. And then there's another commercial with action heroes in it, real action heroes. Arnold, right?
Absolutely hilarious.
Danny DeVito. They are in a helicopter. He can't pronounce words. Neighbor. Like, he's going through the whole thing, right? They go from Jenny Ortega action with cartel grannies into Arnold and Danny DeVito, which electric duo.
Oh, absolutely electric. I mean, they were in a movie together.
They were, long time ago. I wonder if they've seen each other.
It was twins, right?
It was twins.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if they've seen each other since Twins.
Oh, they had to have.
Right? Like, You think they just randomly have yearly twins meetups where they just like smoke cigars on like a back porch somewhere?
They might just go to Taco Bell and chunk Baja Blast.
They just rip Baja Blast and
I'd love to hear Arnold say Baja Blast.
No, there's no shot.
No shot.
0%
Zero
chance.
shot?
No. He has a hard enough time just pronouncing words in general. And
His own name.
All respect to him. But he is just, he's a legend. He's got a beard now. He's a legend. We love Arnold. That was fun. That was a good commercial.
Great one. Yeah, that was a great one.
Any other commercials stick out to you?
The Uber Eats one about forgetting things.
Oh, yeah.
We can't forget about that one.
Yeah.
The Uber Eats.
Yeah, the Uber Eats one was wild, right? They got the dude eating peanut butter with a peanut allergy.
His eye is hanging out of his head. Dude. So ridiculous.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Uber Eats catching some flack on the internet because of that. Because they're saying they're
Karen heat.
Yeah, getting Karen heat. They're getting allergy awareness people are upset that people are making jokes about this guy having a peanut allergy and eating peanut butter. It's a commercial. It's a commercial.
It's absolutely.
It was made to be funny.
Oh yeah. We should start a webpage and just pretend we're Karens and just go against every commercial. Like Arnold is blowing things up with missiles.
Then be like, yeah, no.
Grannies should not be doing
on scooters. Grannies cannot drive scooters. They're done. You can walk. Yes. You can only walk.
People should not have licenses above 70.
Oh, dude. No, I can't do that.
That was an absolute fire one. It was just hilarious for, people forgetting things.
Yeah, and we almost forgot that one. Imagine that.
The dementia people might be upset.
That I would assume they're upset.
Yeah.
So there was one other commercial that kind of stood out to me because there was a ton of last year on the commercials. Everything was emotional. Right.
Yeah.
Everything was emotional.
Budweiser again with emotional.
Budweiser. That's literally where I was going. Budweiser's going for the emotion again. They're like, let's get the horse and carriage and throw the kegs on it. And the dog is kissing the horse. And I was just like, bring back the frogs. Bring back the frogs.
Bring back the frogs.
Bud.
Budweiser. Oh, the T-shirts. I mean, like the old school T-shirts with the Bud. You can't have like a horse and carriage on your T-shirt.
No, you can't.
Let's do it old school. No.
Yeah.
Do it old school. Bring back the frogs.
Yeah. And doing it old school, nobody, I mean, I guess here in Boston, maybe you can still get something delivered to you, horse and carriage, potentially, because the streets are that thin. But the Budweiser stuff, they need to go back to having fun.
Absolutely. 100%. You know what the other one, and what I was thinking about ads too, and obviously it sells product, and I was saying, I'd sell my product on if I had the millions of dollars. But there's some products that I can't believe like they would spend that much money on. Mayo commercial.
Yeah.
Like Hellman's, like hilarious, funny, but do you really need a multi-million-dollar ad to sell some mayo?
Yeah. It's the number one household condiment, right? Or something like that.
It's got to be up there.
Mayo Cat.
Mayo Cat was ridiculous.
Grumpy Cat passes away.
Yeah.
And somebody inside of Hellman's is like, I got an idea. How about Mayo Cat? And that's when the boardroom just erupts. They're like, let's go.
It's like the meme in the bar. And it showed the Grumpy Cat.
There's like Mayo Cat.
Mayo Cat.
They have the cat getting off a PJ. They got the cat doing like press conferences, all of this stuff. And then the one thing that stood out to me in that commercial was they're like, mayo's good for leftovers. It's like, okay, what if I had meatloaf last night for dinner? I'm not slabbing on some mayo on my meatloaf leftovers.
I might disagree on that one.
Oh, no.
You get a nice little toasted bread, a little thick bread, a little mayo.
I see where you're going with this.
Your meatloaf. Sprinkle a little cheese on there.
Okay, you're going meatloaf Sandow.
Yeah, I think that's what they were referring to, as opposed to like a bowl of pasta with pour some mayo on it. I think they were talking about making leftovers into a sandwich.
Well, I took it as like just add mayo to literally whatever you have for a leftover, like,
except Baja Blast.
Except Baja Blast. Yeah. I was thinking like, Chinese food leftovers are my favorite.
No mayo on that one.
Like imagine getting like a fried rice or a General's chicken and it's being like, what will be good with this? Hellman's. Let me strap in some mayo.
That lo mein tastes better with Hellman's.
That's literally the grossest thing ever. Maybe I'm going to make you try it. lo mein and mayo on this pod.
Deal, I'll do it. But I think that's one of those companies that it's just like, you know what? We have fuck you money. We don't need. I mean, you don't need to sell the product. Everybody's going to buy it.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't have any bad press that they have to like keep coming back up. They're just like, you know, we have money. We're going to do a commercial.
Yeah. Well, that too. And then there was one moment in that commercial where they're showing people like attacking each other in the mayonnaise aisle. That is the day that I see people attacking each other inside of the mayonnaise aisle of a supermarket, dude. I'm done. I'm never grocery shopping again.
And like, they can't have that many competitors either.
No, I can't even think of another mayonnaise company. Like, I literally can't.
That's probably like a generic Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
But that's not mayo.
That's not mayo. Right.
Yeah, we were in a category by ourselves.
You control the category of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Right? Which also, what a sexy word. Mayonnaise. like,
it's a ridiculous word.
It's like for Valentine's Day, like you should just hit up a girl and be like, I've got this mayonnaise. I can make you a meatloaf sandwich.
You are a man, Otis.
Like that'll fire up Valentine's Day.
Yeah. If only I could spell it. I'm not the world's best speller, but that is a tough word.
That is a tough word. You just can you only can say it.
No, you just go mayo.
Yeah, you just,
just go mayo.
No.
Mayo.
Mayo. So the Super Bowl halftime show. Electric. People getting yeeted all over the place.
Unbelievable.
The dude in the beginning when Usher's coming down the little ramp wearing his coat looking like a Game of Thrones character.
Oh, full flip over him.
Nuts. They just yeet this guy. But then there was another part where we were watching, and I hope this is fake because it would make it, would it make it better? I don't know. Maybe I like the aura of not knowing if it's real or fake.
Right.
But there's the dude in khakis and a blue like polo shirt that just gets thrown into the air about 100
So ridiculous.
feet. I can't decipher if it's real or fake, but it's incredible.
Yeah, I watched it. It was ridiculous. It's absolutely absurd. You know what? And then those things, it's 13 minutes long. It's the halftime, whatever it is. The number of costume changes, I can see that. So many costume changes, used to that. But changing from sneakers to rollerblades back to sneakers is pretty impressive.
That's insane. Yeah. He looked great, but that rollerblade segment was awesome.
Oh, unbelievable.
I loved it.
There is a thing on TikTok that I did see that this girl claims she's like the biggest welt and black I ever seen. She claims that she was one of the roller skaters and fell off.
Imagine the biggest moment of your career. And you are rollerblading with Usher at the Super Bowl halftime show, and you fall off.
Yeah, I haven't confirmed if that's fake or not yet, though. But I also saw that roller skates went up exponentially through Amazon.
People they're like, Usher's doing it. I need roller skates.
Need him,
Mom.
Yeah. Not rollerblades.
Mom, the meatloaf. Mom, the roller skates.
I didn't look up Mayo's stock today, but yeah. But the roller skating is roller skating with a meatloaf sandwich would be fire.
That would be death defying. That's like stuntman Evel Knievel level stuff.
Unbelievable.
Like don't choke and die while you're rollerblading with a meatloaf sandwich.
It's just so smooth though.
Yeah.
The mayo, not the rollerblades.
I was gonna say, yeah. I don't know the last time I've been on rollerblades, but I can only imagine that every ligament of my body would just snap.
Oh yeah.
That and watching Usher dance. Every time he did a dance move, I was just like, oh, my back hurts, my knees hurt, my feet hurt, everything hurts. I'm like, how this guy's 45 years old.
Crushing it.
Slaying the game. What did you think of the performance as a whole?
I thought his voice actually sounded pretty good, Dance moves electric. Song selection. I loved her coming out with the guitar. Special guests. Unbelievable.
Yep.
Alicia Keys. Fire.
People gave Alicia Keys a little bit of hate because she missed the first note. Like her voice wasn't. Everybody's like her voice didn't sound good on that first note. It's like, yeah, neither would yours.
Absolutely.
Just because you sing well in the shower, or at least you think you do, doesn't mean you can criticize Alicia Keys for missing just a split second of a note.
That's ridiculous.
You are crazy land.
I saw so much hate. She's getting so close to Usher, and Usher's, if I was Swiss Beats, I'd be so mad. And he just came out with a post, and he's like, two absolute legends dancing together. Yeah. This is what I love. Just shut everybody up.
it's performance art, man. You're like,
Yeah.
they're not. That's part of what R&B is, right? It's like loving and touching and feeling and doing all of that stuff,
Oh,
and like
absolutely. It's emotion.
it's emotion. It's raw emotion. That and like let them have their moment for a minute.
100%. I mean, what did you think about? Well, we'll go categories. Voice.
I thought he sounded good. I wish what I did appreciate was he wasn't lip syncing.
Yes,
Right.
agreed.
And he only sang a snippet to a snippet to a snippet, a lot of background vocal, right?
Right.
But when he did sing, his voice sounded great.
Agreed.
I wish I had a little bit more of his voice, right?
Okay.
But also at the same time, as I'm saying, I wish I had more of his voice. This dude put on an absolute dance clinic,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And
rollerblade clinic
And a
roller skate clinic.
roller skate clinic. So you're thinking, okay, I want more out of his voice, but he is physically not stopping his movement ever throughout the course of 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no elite athlete, but when I'm talking, walking, I get out of breath. This guy's dancing and roller skating. It's ridiculous.
We both just climbed a flight of stairs together, and we got to the top and looked at each other, and we were like, "Wow, dude, it's like we accomplished Everest or something."
yeah, it was like us on the rock.
yeah.
We didn't moisturize it.
We didn't
though.
moisturize the rock, which is something we should have done on the way up here.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I thought his voice was good. Dancing was nuts. What did you think of of that stuff?
Oh, I mean, I love the dancing. I mean, Usher is kind of known for that. So if he went full throttle on that.
Yeah.
The live band, awesome.
That was great.
Yeah, and I think John coming out there, Jermaine Dupri.
Okay, wait. I'm calling a timeout here on Jermaine Dupri, right? What was he wearing? What was like? He was Catholic schoolgirl from the knee down. He was wearing suit shorts from the waist up and a bomber jacket.
It was a combination of AC/DC at Angus Young's outfit,
Literally that.
and also the version of the Cream Savers.
Oh God.
What was that, thing?
no.
What was that thing?
Oh no. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's
Pebbles and cream, whatever that was. So he was like, yeah, the version of that. But I mean, he's a short guy, but you don't, if you're a short guy, you wear something to elongate yourself, it just made him look shorter.
Yeah, it was weird. It was interesting. But Usher having Lil Jon there
Awesome.
and Luda came out.
Oh, so Luda, for a rapper, Luda does sound good.
Yeah. I mean, that was electric.
Absolutely.
Lil Jon, always electric. That dude's never not been electric. We love Lil Jon.
We love Lil Jon.
We love us some Lil Jon in this program. He was wearing the Las Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup championship ring.
So dope.
Dude, you could see that thing from space.
Yeah.
That thing is huge.
That was awesome.
Like,
the production, from a production standpoint, what are you going with? I mean, just like the lasers, everything like that.
I thought it was really cool. But Rihanna, how do you top Rihanna's production last year?
Yeah.
She was like floating in the sky. Her stages were halfway up the stadium. There's people everywhere. Like, her production did something just so visually appealing.
Right.
Where his was very like kind of old school, stage on the ground. There were a lot of movements, but nothing that was too over the top.
Yeah.
And it was more along the lines of him performing and no like massive bells and whistles. Right.
I did like the LED from the visuals from above.
Yeah, that
looking
was cool.
down. And when the clock and then suddenly in the background says, "At what time what did Usher do at 7 p.m.?" And then he cut right in.
That was pretty rad. That was pretty rad. There was a meme that said, "Why does Usher's halftime show outfit look like dodgeball?"
Oh, that's great.
So bad.
That's great.
It's a picture of Ben Stiller in his outfit, and next to Usher, I was like, "Geez, man, that's tough." And that happened. That was like almost immediately following like that performance.
So amazing.
The memes were nuts.
Oh, I love a good meme after that.
There was one moment in that Super Bowl halftime show that I felt the world shake. Do you know what it is? Usher ripped his shirt off.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
And there was an earthquake that happened across the globe.
I mean, not just outfit changes. The guy just disrobed.
Yeah, he outfit changed in front of the world. Guy's jacked.
Oh yeah,
absolute stud. And he takes his shirt off, and I'm home watching the game with Kathy and our friends Olivia and Brandon. and shirt came off, and there was just like a screech in my home. And I'm sitting on the couch in a bathrobe, and I'm watching the game, and it was just like, I looked around, I was just like, oh my God, like this is the moment. This is when Usher changes the world here.
Back up a second. That's your go-to outfit at home when people over a bathrobe?
Yeah, I was just rocking a bathrobe.
That's unbelievable.
I just went for it, man.
That's amazing.
I went, if Usher's gonna take his clothes off, I'm gonna put on as many clothes as I can. Wow. Including a bathrobe.
That's amazing.
Right? Like,
I love that move.
Yeah, it was comfortable. You know, crushing Modelo's, watching Usher do a strip tease, and it was fun. I mean, the Super Bowl halftime show I thought was fun.
No, it was great. Yeah, I mean, her coming out playing the guitar. I tried to go over it a few times. It looked like she was really playing.
Yeah, I thought she was too.
Yeah.
And she was shredding.
Yes.
Shredding. But then at the very end, they're all on stage and they're jumping around, right? And I don't know if it was the camera bouncing or the stage was bouncing, but whatever they were doing was making that stage look
I saw that. It looked
super not safe.
Yeah.
I was like, oh boy. You better cut
it was
before
this
thing collapses.
one camera angle, and it was just like, I saw that thing going.
Get like motion sickness watching it. You're like, okay, this is.
I don't know if it's on shocks to absorb it so that the ground wouldn't absorb it so the field wouldn't get messed up. But
probably. People are pissed off that Justin Bieber did not make an appearance.
Yeah, that was the big call that I think Bieber was going to come out.
Are you upset about it? Or are you hoping that next year's Super Bowl halftime show is Justin Bieber?
I don't think he'll be as I do like I'm a big Bieber guy. I don't think his would be as electric.
You don't think so?
As Usher? I think he's got the he is.
Well, he's not going to rip his clothes off. So like that's part of the electricity, right? The electricity is we know as Usher is going to give us sexy hits, he's going to give us dance hits, and somewhere along the lines there's going to be a naked man on the screen.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, I guess Bieber does have, some of the the dance hits that people would like. Plus, all the rappers that collabed with him.
Yeah.
Or he's been on even the DJ Khaled songs that he's been on. Yeah,
been on a ton. He's got a whole plethora.
And DJ Snake comes out and they do a song together.
That would be wild. Yeah, that would be wild. They had DJs. Cascade actually DJ'd the Super Bowl, which is pretty cool. Good day for electronic music, we'll say.
Ooh, absolutely, yeah, being the first. I think in the Olympics, Tiesto was the first to DJ.
Yeah, that's quite the feat.
Yeah.
Snake did the World Cup. I think Snake did one of those.
Snake does use turntables still.
Yeah, he does.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, he's super talented. He's great.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, good day in dance music with Cascade. The whole Super Bowl this year, they said like 125 million or something like that people watched. Do you think that was 100 million Taylor Swift fans and then 25 million?
Has to be a bigger reach Super Bowl. People don't pay attention as much if you're not into football, but it's the biggest day. Taylor Swift fan, you're throwing that on.
Taylor Swift brought Blake Lively to the Super Bowl. That was my highlight of the Super Bowl.
There was this thing where
I got nothing.
Where people were, every time Taylor was on the screen chugging a beer.
Oh, yeah. Well,
it must have been ripped.
There was the like the Taylor Swift prop thing. It's like if they show Taylor, drink. If they show Taylor for more than 5 seconds, drink. If they mention her name,
chug a drink.
They put her on the big screen and she just full sent a whatever that was. I hope it wasn't beer. I hope it was just like a tequila soda or something like that. And
she does look like a tequila soda,
and it was just like lights out.
But you know what? She's probably going to use that in a commercial, and she's going to do this new tequila. Taylor's tequila.
Yeah, I'd buy it. I'd try it.
Swift hitting Reposado.
You're her brand marketer.
Yeah,
Swift hitting Reposado.
I first started with
anti-hero Anejo.
I started with this Hellman's Mayo company, and now I've moved on to Taylor's tequila.
Was nuts, absolutely nuts. But there was she caught so much hate over the season. We talked about it last episode, but she's not catching nearly as much hate than this one woman on TikTok.
Oh my goodness!
And the thing about this is, all this woman does is just make coffee and go about her daily life, and she documents it on TikTok. And she's like the most commented on, hated thing ever.
So I was watching a podcast, one of those podcasts, and they were going and on about this lady. All she does is make coffee. She's no political views, no nothing. You know, she's no Blake Lively. Yeah, and I'm no Usher, but she's just, you know, going about her daily life making coffee, and the comments are just, instead of giving, you know, love from Italy, it's hate from Australia.
Yeah. There's like, for every one great comment of like, you're amazing, you're inspirational, there's like 50 that are like,
you look like Peter Griffin.
Like, why are you dressed like the Joker? It's like, this one, all she's doing is making coffee. Like, and going to the gym and like, she's doing if I posted my everyday life and it was just making a meatloaf sandwich.
Yeah.
And the comment section was like, whoa, look at you, wish Dan Bilzerian. I would be so sad.
Oh yeah, I mean, she responds to some of them too, and I mean, it has to hurt, but she laughed some of it off. But it is like, I couldn't believe it, and I think since it was on this podcast, it just like, she has like millions of followers, and all she does is make coffee in the morning.
1.2 million followers.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and 1.1978.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was watching it the same podcast, right, and we both looked up. We were looking up the comment section after he brings it up, and it was just insane.
Hate from the hospital.
Yeah, people are wild, but people love also writing crazy reviews on food and all this other stuff. Like, have you seen the sugar-free Haribo gummy bear reviews?
Those are amazing.
Those are insane. You go on Amazon. I implore everybody right now to go on Amazon, click Haribo sugar-free gummy bears, and then click the comments and the reviews. You will laugh. You will laugh forever. People are like, "Oh, I ate a whole bag. I was craving a whole bag of Haribo gummy bears. I bought the sugar-free ones." And then all of a sudden, underneath that, it's 3 paragraphs of like how their stomach is falling out, and they just have hot lava, and they're not gonna be able to move for 3 days. They have to buy new underwear on Amazon because of this Amazon purchase of Haribo gummy bears.
It's so ridiculous.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's so funny, and I think that satirical stuff is absolutely like hilarious. That sarcasm, and I think, you know, we need more of that one. Yeah. But I think this girl takes. I mean, I'd be crying at some of the things that people were writing.
Yeah, I behind this rough exterior, I'm a pretty sensitive guy. Yeah. I don't know that I could post something that had 1 million views or likes on TikTok.
I mean, be you in a bathrobe.
Just be me in a bathrobe, and people are like, "Good thing you're covered up, fatty." I'd be like, I would just cry in bed forever. Oh. And I don't know how she does it. And kudos to her for being like the most commented on thing on TikTok. Like, my TikTok is food TikTok. And at one point it was like weird heckling, like people heckling comedians and all of that stuff. But it was one heckle comedian and then 50 food TikToks. Yeah. And I was just like, okay, algorithm knows me, right? This is fun.
Speaking of food, we had a bloke mishap with food last week.
Yeah, we did. All right. For those that don't know, I am Marky P.
And I am Jeff London.
I have a gray beard.
I have some grays, a lot of grays.
People have been confusing Jeff and I for years.
Well, first of all, he didn't even more obvious. I wear glasses. He doesn't.
Yeah. And for the most part, you never wear a hat because you've got good lettuce. I've got 6 hairs, so I've got to cover up whatever on my head that I can. So I wear a hat. It's really not hard to understand that.
Yeah.
But so Jeff ordered food the other day at one of our restaurants, and the food got placed under my name.
So I went back to like the kitchen, and I was for takeout and just ordering before work. I go back there and I'm like looking through. No, my food's not there. And it's like, it wasn't that busy of a time. I came in early, so it wasn't a busy time at the restaurant. Where is this food? Where is this? We finally found out. She put it under the wrong. She put it under Marky P. Like,
put it under the wrong bloke.
Wrong bloke. First bloke food mishap.
That is the first. It won't be the last.
Absolutely not.
There was It's so funny that happened though, because
I do hope you get my bill someday for drinking though.
That's gonna be scary. That's gonna bottom out my bank account. They're gonna be like, "Hey Jeff," I'm gonna be like, "Oh no, oh God, here it is. Swipe it. Just swipe it. I'll get this back at some point in my life." It's funny though because that's not the first time it's happened, and there was one time notably that stood out to me when that happened. In my mind, we were at Tall Ship.
Oh yeah,
you were at Tall Ship before I was. And I'm walking around doing my thing, and you have this little cabana section, eating chicken tenders and drinking and hanging out. The sun's setting, and a couple people walk up to me. It's like, "Hey, Jeff London." I was just like, and I was alarmed. So I'm looking around. I'm like, "Oh, Jeff's here. Jeff's here." Like I hadn't known you were like already there at that point, and I was just like, "Where?" They're like, "You're Jeff." I'm like, "I'm not Jeff." And then all of a sudden, you appear from the background, and I was just like. I get confused
with the sun setting in the back.
With the sun setting in the background, you just say you were an action star at that point, just walking down.
I was actually
Tall Ship into literally my arms.
That was a great day, actually.
That was a spectacular day. We took some really good pictures that day. Maybe those will make the feed at some point. We took the exact same photo of me standing at the sunset and then you standing at the sunset.
Oh, it's great.
That was absolutely incredible.
And speaking of absolutely incredible, we love your questions that you sent us on Instagram.
They were so good. There were so many of them, and they were so good. And we're not going to be able to read all of them, so we're going to read a bunch. But I think we're going to do this every week moving forward. We're going to post an AMA right before we shoot the pod.
Perfect.
And then answer some questions. I think we have like maybe 7 or 8 of them that we're going to go for. And I'm going to start, Jeff. You ready?
Go. Fire away.
Who has the better beard?
Mine's absolutely multicolored with I'm going with you.
Nah, see, I would go with you. You have less gray hair. Yours looks more fluffy than mine.
Silver fox.
I'm a silver fox. That's true. But, somebody asked that question. They know that we're both going to say each other.
Yeah,
so that was kind of cheating.
Yeah. Great one. Would you rather hot dogs for 10 days straight or pizza?
Hot dogs.
Hot
dogs. Hot dogs. And this is how I like my hot dogs. And this is how hot dogs should be eaten. Because I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Relish.
Yeah.
Onion. Mustard. That's it. No ketchup. Keep the ketchup off my dog.
I respect the top 3. I'm adding the 4th.
Are you a ketchup guy?
Yeah, I'm a ketchup guy.
Well, you put eggs on your ketchup?
Sometimes, but I usually put ketchup on my eggs.
That's true. What would you do?
I'll go on pizza. This might be the cheat thing, but we could, you could have, the meat lovers one day, go plain one day. We'll switch it up. But if it's just plain pizza or hot dogs, I don't know. After 6 days of dogs, you might be feeling like those gummy bears.
Well, yeah, you might just feel so you're sweating hot dog water.
Is that another name for Frank Ocean?
Hot dog water is another name for Frank Ocean. Yeah, that's right. A fact. That is a fact.
Did you post that?
I posted that.
I don't know how I thought you did.
Yeah, I posted that. All right, Jeff. What's your favorite memory from when you first started working in the industry? And by industry, we mean entertainment.
I think one of the
not adult,
no, not in that industry. I think one of the first times was, since I'm big Boston guy, I would have to say early on meeting some of the athletes that I looked up to or watched on TV, so Celtics and Red Sox, and just seeing them in person. Now it's pretty normal to see them around. Just being in this business so much, you see them a lot more. But one of the first times, seeing them out, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Like outside of their natural habitat.
Yeah. Now we text them all the time. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, when I first started, we were doing shows with Sammy Adams and Wiz Khalifa and Kid Cudi, stuff like that. And being around those people, all of the memories are kind of lumped together for the most part.
Yeah.
But being around these young Mac Miller, like
Sure.
back in the day, right? Looking back, Avicii, right? That's super early on in my career, where I look back now and I'm like, that's probably the coolest thing I'll ever get to say I've done is work with Mac Miller and Avicii.
Yeah.
And I've done some other really cool things, but to start my career in with those people,
Absolutely,
is crazy.
Yeah, I did. I mean, one of them, shout out to G Spin, brought before this guy had a single out, J. Cole, and he came with his boy E, and the whole night, since he didn't have a video out or anything, I thought J. Cole was E and E was J. Cole.
Oh no!
Until then, I didn't call him that, but we're taking pictures and everything, and I see the video, I'm like, oh shit! In my mind, I thought that he was the rapper and Jay was was his boy, his assistant. Yeah, until I saw the video.
What else you got for me?
All right, I got this is a good one. How many minutes of beard upkeep per week between the two of us?
Wow. Well, I wash and condition my beard every single day.
Every day.
Every day. Yeah. I use a lot of conditioner. Yeah, that's why it's so soft. I know they say like you shouldn't wash your hair every day and all of that stuff, but then there's also those things that are like beards are the dirtiest things in the world. It's like, okay, all right, well, I wash mine and I condition it every single day. If I had to put minutes on it, I would probably say 5 minutes a day.
Ooh.
Right? In the shower. Because after that, it's like a brush and I don't know. Yeah, I'd say probably like 30 to 40 minutes a week.
Yeah.
I treat this thing better than most people treat their kids.
I love that. I hope they spend more than 5 minutes on their kids. Jeez. Yeah, I go with the I have a tub of conditioner. I go with the if I'm going out on the town, I'm gonna give a little blow dry, a little straighten it out, a little beard oil in there.
Yeah, your beard's always glistening in some very sexual manner.
Sometimes it's just leaked tequila from I miss my mouth.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So tequila's your secret.
Yeah. No.
How many minutes of tequila are in your beard?
1 billion.
20 years worth.
20 years worth. Yeah, it's aged. It's called Anejo right now. Yeah. It's Reposado. It's been rested in the barrels of Jeff's beard. Oh man! On that note,
this guy's got a 1942 beard. All right. Next one. When was the first time you were both starstruck?
Think meeting Bieber.
I mean, that'll do it.
Yeah,
I wish.
And he was. He still at his height of his game, but this is like the height of
Biebs.
Yeah. And just see how he rolled in.
You're a believer.
Oh yeah, just like it was like about 4 or 5 SUVs and SEAL Team 6 coming out, and I went out to meet him and just pulling up and him getting out and greeting him was pretty. Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
That was pretty sick.
That's pretty sick. For me, it was The Undertaker.
Oh, amazing!
Meeting The Undertaker is probably it has to be. I was such a and I still am. Fan of the WWE and professional wrestling, and call it what it is. Yeah, all the nerd comments are going to hit the chat, and that's fine because the WWE is spectacular. But meeting the Undertaker was cool because his guy Sean, who we were working with, because we did an event with the Undertaker, was like, "Hey, I can't go down and grab him. Can you go get him?" And I was just like, "Just me? Okay." So I go down, and actually it was me, and I think. I brought Ron. I can't really remember because it was one of those moments where my brain just completely shut off. I'm about to meet the Undertaker.
It was just a bunch of silver foxes.
A bunch of silver foxes running around. He gets out of the SUV and he walks over to me and he goes, "Hi, I'm Mark." And I just go, "Hi, I'm Mark." And we're both wearing almost the same colored flannel. And I just go, "Nice flannel." He goes, "You too, brother." And I was like, "Oh.
That's amazing.
What am I doing here?"
Did he just stare you down?
Just choke slam me, sir. Please, just put me through the hood of this SUV. Yeah, no, that was my starstruck moment, which is crazy because it happened like a year ago.
Right, and we've been through a lot.
And it's been, I can't really honestly say that I've been starstruck until that moment.
You've been locked into a Dunkin' Donuts with Ja Rule.
I did get locked into a Dunkin' Donuts with Ja Rule. That's a fact. That story one day will come out.
Yeah, that's for the next. That might be episode 3 about that one.
locked in the Dunkin'.
Yeah.
But not with Ja Rule. Maybe I'll buy the DunKings sweatsuit outfit.
If you were wearing that, yeah. I actually did see some back clips of that. I mean, some edited clips of that. Brady was throwing absolute missiles through a larger
Dunkin',
donut.
like a donut. Yeah, I saw that.
Absolutely.
And you ready for the last one, Jeff?
Let's do it.
Do the curtains match the drapes? And the reason we finish off on this is because I have a very not controversial, but I have a thing that I want to say about this.
Say it.
When did when did they go away? When did somebody wake up one morning and say, you know what? No more. Pubes are done.
I don't know.
Pubes are done.
When did they do that?
I don't know. Like, this is what I want to get down to the bottom of this, right? Because just did Manscaped decide that pubes were not a thing anymore? And people are just shaving away?
You think it's an invention of clippers?
Maybe. Yeah, because trying to take like a straight razor to those things, man. Whoa, that'd be bad news, Bears.
I think the people that started, was it Oyster the Clippers?
Yeah, I think so. Well, if this is the curtain, right, it definitely doesn't match. I don't think it matches for either of us. I think I have to speak on behalf of us. Yeah. No, it doesn't. It doesn't match the drapes. There was one phrase that I heard from an old coworker when I was a maintenance guy. And he goes, mowed front lawn makes the house look big. And I was like, my goodness, these things, this has gone too far. This has gone too far.
I mean, even I think the Manscaped did those ads too.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine, straight raising your chest or back. Oh,
no.
Jeez.
I'm not like that hairy in general, but like trying to take a straight razor to any part of my body is not a professional.
Yeah.
Right? The only person that can use a straight razor on me is a barber.
Absolutely.
And we have a barber.
We have a few barbers we know of.
We might get lined up one day on this podcast.
I would agree to that, but this barber we all know could want to maybe get some extra views and take the Lowe's razor a little further down,
Oh, yeah. Just shave it
just
right.
live on. You just shaved it off.
If we shaved the beard off live, I would freak out.
I would lose my mind.
Yeah. We would lose our brand. We would have to change the logo. We'd have to change everything. And then we couldn't sell merch ever again.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a lie.
It would be a lie. It'd be a lie.
And speaking of merch,
yep, it
is up on our Instagram, on our Hoobie. Click on that. We appreciate everybody that's bought it. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. It's been fun to create merch, but also it's awesome and feels rewarding when people buy it and they wear it and show support and show love. We appreciate all of it. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Catch us on the next one. That's Jeff London.
That's Marky P.
Have a good one.
Peace.